I think I messed up with my fiancé. At first, I thought it was an overreaction, but after posting on AITA, I have come to realize that I may have messed up big time. I overstepped my bounds. So my 28F fiancé, 27M, cut off his mother when he left for college when he was 18. His mother was a teenage mom that gave birth to him when she was 17, but according to my fiancé, she was not really there as a mother. She tended to prioritize her relationships with men, which put her and him in toxic situations at times. Well, her mother recently reached out to me on Facebook, asked to meet up, and gave me her side of the story. She was a young mother who wasn't always aware of her resources, so she made mistakes. She was essentially a child raising a child, and she really wants to make up for those mistakes, but my fiancé never gives her the opportunity, so she was hoping I could convince him to just have a cup of coffee with her. I really felt a lot of empathy for her because, as my mom is also a teenage mom, although she made a lot of mistakes, she loves me, and I just can't imagine cutting her off. She couldn't have had it easy, so I invited her to my and my fiancé's apartments and waited for my fiancé to come home. I didn't want to blindside him, but when I mentioned his mother, he was not one to budge. He always thought the worst, so I felt like I needed to do it that way. He came home, left after 5 minutes of back and forth, and when he came back the next day, he told me he was rethinking us getting married. We have been together for 6 years, and I am utterly in love with him. The thought of him leaving me makes me sick. How do I get him to forgive me and trust me again? Update: so I know now that I have made a huge mistake. Me and my boyfriend had another conversation. And he told me he having a hard time getting past what I did, but he think we should go to couples therapy to try and see my point of view because he can't just understand why I didn't take his word for it. He thinks this way we can both understand each other's perspective and learn how to deal with it if we come across something like this when we get married. So we are pausing wedding plans for now, but he's still my fiancé. I have sent his mom a message to not contact me again and that I can't be a middleman after that I blocked her. I know now the degree of my mistake and am going to do better in the future. I genuinely didn't mean to undermine what he went through as a child. Edit. I do have an idea of what his mom put him through. Technically he was abused by her, so, while his mom was manipulated or unaware to the situations. My boyfriend told me that his mother never outright abused, it was more on her partners, and his mom told me she was manipulated and unaware of the situation, and if she had known she would have done anything to protect her baby. I just thought that's something my husband needed to hear instead of holding so much resent for his mom. Now thinking back, I should not have ambushed him, but he has known me for 6 years and I know I didn't do this with bad will or intention. Is this one mistake in the whole 6 years we having been dating? We were on for all years and have never dealt with infidelity, communication issues, etc. Really going and us getting married, erasing all those years of us being together over one mistake is just wild to me. I really hope most of you are wrong and he gives me another chance. Update 2. We broke up. Me and my fiancé tried to work it out, but his mom kept visiting us, kept waiting outside of our apartment, and it put a mental strain on my boyfriend. Our lease isn't over yet, so we couldn't leave, and my fiancé, well, I guess my ex-fiancé said anytime his mom visits, he can't help but feel an overwhelming resentment. He said it wasn't fair to me and him because he doesn't want us to be in relationship built on resentment. 6 years thrown through the drain. I guess you guys were right. I really don't know how to move on. We were together for 6 years. We have grown so much together, a part of me can't really fathom a reality without him. Is there anything aside from therapy, his already in therapy, to help him with the growing resentment, or is it just over between us? We still plan to live together for 3 months. Please be nice, I'm too embarrassed to talk to my friends about this.